Hello, conscious co-creators, and welcome to your chakra checkup for the week beginning August 18th. I've got all of our chakra symbols lined up for the week here, root to crown, Monday through Sunday. So when your energy centers are working together, everything feels smoother, your choices, your connections, even how you handle challenges. And this checkup breaks down the chakras for each day of the week with guidance to help you stay in the flow and aligned all week long. So I'm going to roll these for a numbered shuffle. Wow, double threes. Interesting. Okay, we got double threes. That's a 6 shuffle. 3 energy would be here. Okay, Wednesday, they're doubling down on this solar plexus, perhaps. Like I said, it's a 6 shuffle. 3s may be important. Look out for 3s. When I think about 3s, I think about master teachers, especially double 3s or repeating 3s. So we may have some masters helping us through the week. Okay, and I'm going to lay these out. 1 per day, per chakra. And I am also going to use the Swatches of Chakra deck just to give us a little bit of an idea of the combo energy. For each day. That can be helpful because, as you probably know, your energy centers are not working solo. They work together to help you feel aligned. And when they're all working together in balance, things do feel a whole lot easier. So we'll see how the combos work this week. We'll start with Monday and the root chakra. The 9 of Wands. Okay, this is pushing forward energy. That's what they're saying, pushing forward. You can see all of these little turtles are trying to make it to the beach. They just hatched. 9 of Wands energy is a perseverance energy. It's about staying focused. It's about meeting your goals. It's about hanging in there sometimes, especially with a root chakra energy on a Monday. A 9 of Wands says, keep your fire burning, keep it alive, keep going. Don't give up yet. It is not the time for giving up. It is not the time for you to turn around. In this case, you don't want to put yourself in danger by stopping, right? The turtles, if they stop, they're like just sitting ducks there waiting for that seagull to grab them. So looks like we're going to need to root ourselves right at the start of this week and keep going is what I would say. If you have something that you're at the end of or that you're concluding or that just feels a little more challenging, maybe your energy, you need to gather your energy on Monday and you feel like you're just getting through the day, that could be this kind of energy on a Monday with a root chakra. Just stay grounded, stay in your spirit, persevere the best you can. I say don't overdo it, but stay focused on your goals. Maybe you're focused on your goals for the week, and starting off the week in this perseverance energy, we're really going to have to, what they want me to say is dig in or dig deep. Let's see what we have for the combo chakra card. Okay. Ooh, finances. Another root chakra card here with the finances energy. Interesting. If you need to pay bills or something this week, if you need to take a look at your finances, if you need to accommodate a budget of some sort, that may be in order for the start of the week. Interesting. Double root chakras on Monday. Make sure you're taking a good look at your money and you know where it's going, right? Also, this would be money persevering or lasting. So perhaps you need to do the budget for the week or look at your finances for the week starting on Monday. I wouldn't ignore that. If there are things that need to be completed as far as your finances go or your budget goes, that's a good time to do it on Monday. I would say do your best to focus and get it done. Maybe start of the week, they want us set up in a beautiful financial, grounded, secure, and stable way. So yeah, double root on Monday. Really grounding in, focusing, and making it through the day, checking on your financial health, your budgets, and making sure those are in order. Know what you're doing with your money this week is basically what we're doing on Monday here. Know what you're doing with your money. Okay, let's look at Tuesday and the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is the I feel chakra. Your root's located just below your tailbone, vibrating to the color red. and I am energy. So I am financially secure. I will financially persevere. I will financially reach my goals. Okay. I keep a good eye on my security and my finances. Things like that would be great affirmations for Monday. This is all about feeling. This is located just below your belly button in the core of your abdomen, lower abdomen. I feel orange energy. Ooh, the synchronicity card. I love this. This is a fairly new deck for me, but I love this deck so much. So I'm just going to double check. I believe this is an extra card. There are a few extra cards in this deck. And yes, it is an extra card. Keywords: divine timing, interconnectedness, aligned, spontaneous occurrences, and coincidences, which, you know, there are no coincidences. Divine coincidences, fine. Synchronicities, yes. Serendipity, perhaps. This is a lovely day to be paying attention to the things that are just lining up beautifully. So at the start of the week, perhaps this will carry over into a money energy where things are just beautifully working out for you on Tuesday. You're feeling really good. You're feeling really blessed. Synchronicity energy, again, look for those threes. Orange threes, orange chakra. It may just make you feel really supported. Miracles can happen with synchronistic events. You might meet people that make you feel really good. Look for the good feeling things happening for you on Tuesday. Let's see what we have. Expression, and this is a 5th chakra card here, so the throat chakra. So something that happens here on Tuesday may help you express yourself better come Friday. It may be, this could be a creative aspect as well, because of course the sacral chakra deals with your inspirations, your passions, creativity. So if things feel to be lining up for you, you're getting a new hit about how you can express yourself, a truth, which will come through the throat here about how it is that you can be more creative, be more inspired, go after your passion. Those things are not mistakes. On Tuesday, you want to look out for the synchronicities that are happening that are connected to your truth, your passion, your inspiration, what you're creating, what you want for the future. They're going to be signaling here with a synchronicity card. And it will feel good, right? Because that's our sacral chakra day. You're gonna feel something. You might get emotional. You might get overwhelmed with joy. You might shed a tear, etc. You might feel really excited. Whatever that is, pay attention to it. It is not a mistake, and it's definitely connected somehow to your truthful expression. We'll see what happens here when we get to Friday. Let's look at Wednesday here with the solar plexus chakra. So the solar plexus chakra is located core of your being right below your rib cage, and it vibrates to the color yellow. The I statements for this chakra, because it is really our action and motivation chakra, it helps us do. It's a masculine, predominantly masculine energy. I choose, I decide, I will. Okay, and we're getting an action card. Action of Pentacles. This is a Knight of Pentacles in this particular deck. You can see the shadow here of the knight on his horse. And this is a long, big field of wheat. This doesn't take one quick second to grow, right? Or to harvest. So a Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. This is slow movement energy, which is not a bad thing. Slow movement is still movement. That's right. They said slow movement is still movement, Jody. That's right. So on Wednesday, don't be worried if things are moving a little slower than perhaps your mind thought. If you're getting some synchronistic happenings, sometimes our brain can be like, well, that means everything should go fast now, or things are lining up, so giddy up and go. It doesn't mean you're not meant to giddy up and go or do on Wednesday. Clearly, this is a willpower energy, but it's practical. When you get an action or a Knight of Pentacles, we're taking practical next steps. So if stuff starts lining up for you and you're noticing things, you want to look on Wednesday to the most practical next step forward. What can you do to move things forward in the direction of your truthful expression, or in the direction of your creation or your inspiration, or what you're passionate about? You might need to do some research. You might need to get some things in order. You might need to make a list. You may need to take one step instead of 10. whatever it is asking us to action something or to move something along on Wednesday. So I choose. Again, paying attention to what's being highlighted here synchronistically on Tuesday will lend itself to where you want to place your attention and what kind of actions or choices you want to make. What kind of energy are you going to focus on in the doing or the action part? And make sure that it's practical action, practical things. Also, we're gearing up for Virgo season, so this makes sense. You may really feel like I need to get things in order, I need to organize something, or I need to make some lists. That would be perfectly in alignment for this Wednesday. We have the sacral chakra and sexual energy coming up. The sacral chakra deals with sensuality, sexuality, and feeling, physical feeling as well. Interesting. You're going to take that one as it resonates. Maybe you need to make some moves connected to what your sensual or sexual energy is guiding you to, what your passion is. But to connect it back to the day before, that's clear, right? Something is sparking with our expression and how it is that we want to create something. And then on Wednesday, practical action steps around that are going to be important. Regardless if it's sexual energy for you or not, it's going to be passionate. There's going to be something connected to your passion that you can start, like I said, small steps, practical steps, jotting down things. If it does have to do with your sexual energy, don't be afraid to take small steps. It doesn't have to be this big, huge thing. Small steps to move things forward in that area of your life. You are being guided. And we're being guided back to what we're noticing already happening at the start of this week on Tuesday. Okay, let's go to Thursday energy. This is our heart chakra. The heart chakra is the bridge from the lower chakras, which deal with your physical experience, to bridging over to the upper or higher chakras, which deal with your divine self, physical self, divine self. So on Thursday, we're dealing with the heart, which is located right in the center of your chest, vibrates to the color green, and its I statement is, I love. The temperance energy, beautiful, thank you. This is about dipping your toe in something, so perhaps we're starting to really think about how we can blend the energies, what we can put together. It's an alchemy energy, it's a balanced energy, it's a peaceful energy. It's a nice card to have with the heart chakra. This is going to tell us to perhaps slow down a bit. Again, this is practical action that we're coming from, so we're already not moving super quick. But a temperance energy wants you to take your time and see what kind of ingredients you have to work with. See how you can blend what's in your head with what's in your physical experience, what you have for resources. See what feels good. Your toe is being dipped in the divine pool here to give you information about what might work for you and what doesn't work for you, what feels good for you and what doesn't feel good for you. What do you actually want? What is your heart telling you that you actually want? And what doesn't feel in alignment? What doesn't feel right? The temperance energy will feel usually very balanced and peaceful when it is in alignment. So your heart is going to know what the right combination is, and they're asking us to listen. Sometimes with temperance energy, you do need to try something. So if you're being practical here and you're kind of taking an action step, what you don't want to do is judge yourself, judge the outcome. You want to be in observation about how it makes you feel. Do you love it or not so much on Thursday? Is this feeling in alignment? Does this feel good or not so much? That's what we're doing here on Thursday. Dip your toe in, listen to your heart, and see how it feels to you. See what we have connected. Okay. Forgiveness energy. Maybe some of us, this is a heart chakra card with the heart chakra day. Maybe some of us are looking at how forgiveness feels. Okay, this may be a very direct thing that you're working on. Maybe you've been saying things in your head. You may need to forgive yourself for something. You may need to forgive someone else for something. Maybe you've been pondering it. It's been knocking around in your head. This forgiveness energy with a heart chakra and a temperance card is the idea of it, questioning it, observing how it feels to you, and remembering and realizing that forgiveness is a very, very powerful tool to open up your heart. So if you've been feeling like your heart is a bit cluttered, that you're overprotecting it, that it doesn't feel so balanced or bright and shiny, you can never have an overdeveloped heart chakra. There's never too much love. So this may be a hint for some of you for Thursday to open up your heart to forgiveness. I feel that it's self-oriented predominantly, so you may just need to forgive yourself. It could be for anything, however it resonates with you. Where are you being harsh? Where are you beating yourself up? Where are you holding on to something? Where do you need to give yourself much more love and allow yourself a break to feel into how it feels? And then again, if you're using the tool of forgiveness, this will blast your heart wide open. I mean, forgiveness is it's one of the most powerful top 3 tools to release your heart, release like the ties that bind, right, your heart, or what may be blocking your heart from being fully open or fully receptive. So if forgiveness is in the docket, it's a really good day for it, and this will be done in moderation. It's not going to feel very extreme. It's going to feel like, I'm open to this, let me see how it feels, and you may find that it feels really good, like a weight is lifted off your shoulders, and you're able to move forward in a different way. Very exciting energy, forgiveness energy with the heart chakra day. So Thursday, again, gearing us up to move into Virgo season here with the throat chakra day on Friday. Let's see what we have for our card. The throat chakra, before I flip it, is your 5th chakra. It's located right in the center of your throat. It is the I hear, I listen, I speak chakra, vibrates to the color blue. The 3 of Wands, this is nice. This is about, yes, it could be about planning, but it's like envisioning, I feel, the road ahead. What do you want for your future? What do you have available for you right now? What are your options? How far can you see, right? Interesting that we're asking to see here with the speaking and hearing chakra. Opening up your throat with a 3 of Wands is going to access your spirit and ask you to tell yourself the truth about where it is you're going, where it is you're heading, and what it is you want, okay? And if you're in the right space here, if you're already in this kind of a mindset of planning and trying, this is a wonderful card to get those plans in motion, to put those plans again on paper. Remember, we had this expression energy, so here we can see this synchronicity energy that's happening that we're feeling on Tuesday. By the time we get to Friday, it wants some sort of expression around future energy. The 3 of Wands is looking to the future, looking at your options, looking at your path, and then starting to visualize or plan. In order to do that well, we'll see what the brow chakra day gives us, but in order to do that well for yourself, you've got to be able to tell yourself the truth about it. Not what you think you want, but what you really truly feel that you want. If you're opening up your heart here, you may have more access to what your options are providing you or what direction you want to go in. So I would say make sure you're honoring the truth on Friday about where you want to go. Intuition card here. This is the 6th chakra. I know it's purple. In this deck, they kind of mix the purple energy with the 6th and the 7th chakras. So they're giving us 6 here, which would be the brow, and intuition, which we were just talking about, vision for the future. So obviously you need to work in conjunction with your intuition as you are listening to your truth about where you want to go, where it is you're heading, what you're envisioning for yourself. And your intuition, see, your heart's going to be in line, your intuition's going to be in line. You're getting a little note and a little clip here on the Tuesday, the feels popping up for you to understand that. Here you're being really honest, and try to be dishonest in alignment with your intuition. It doesn't work, right? So they're like, your intuition will guide you here. You got to listen, you got to trust yourself and honor that beautiful truth of yours, and then that intuition will just light up. I'm very interested to see where this leads Saturday here with this brow chakra energy, because it's being pinged here for us with this intuition card around vision, truth and vision. So your brow chakra here is located right in the center of your forehead, between your eyebrows-ish. It's your 3rd eye chakra. It vibrates to the color indigo, and the I statements for this one are I see or I envision, and we're using our intuition to do that. Again, because we're in Virgo season, you know, you have a lot of planning energy, very disciplined energy, making lists, getting to the nitty gritty intentionally about what it is you want. So let's see what our vision gives us. Okay, yeah. Higher perspective energy for sure, I would say. The perspective card. And look at these beautiful hot air balloons. The perspective card is the Hanged Man in this deck. And I want to say it feels as if it's time for surrendering to the vision is basically what I would say. When you get a Hanged Man energy, it's about giving yourself a break, taking a break, really connecting to spirit in order to be able to be guided, especially if you feel a bit muddled or confused. You don't have super clarity around which direction you want to go, what path you want to take. The perspective card connected to our vision, and then here, preemptively pinging our intuition on Friday. You know, spirit will give to you here. The synchronicities are going to provide the perspective by the time we get to the weekend. So you want your brow open to be able to see a higher viewpoint. You don't want to rush ahead or forge ahead if you're not clear. The Hanged Man energy is a wonderful energy that provides us with the enlightenment that we need exactly when we need it. In a standard tarot deck, you're going to see that Hanged Man upside down on the Tree of Life, just waiting for that insight so that they can be enlightened, that divine knowing. So it's all about perspective on Saturday. This is not moving through your mind. It's connecting to your vision in order to have the perspective fall into place with your intuition and get more information, which is lovely. They keep showing me somebody writing something down. So, even if you don't have the clarity, jotting things down, mind dumping the stuff in your head, it may open up your upper chakras here to be able to start seeing and envisioning your future, connecting with your intuition, seeing that different perspective or that divine perspective, or where it is that spirit is trying to lead you, how they're trying to guide you. Let's see what we have connected here. Aha, another 6 card. And this is dreams energy. So we've got 6 and 6. We're brow heavy now here this week, especially as we move toward the weekend and right when we hit Virgo season. Interesting to know, Virgo energy is very earthy and, like I said, discipline, wants things in order, organized, very helpful in that way. But this is about envisioning it so that you're clear about your intention before you go to organize it or plan it out. So they're telling us that right at the start, there's a new moon here. Right at the start, that new moon in Virgo is a perfect time for you to use that to open up your perspective. For some of you, this is going to come through your dreams. You want to pay attention to your dreams when we get a dream card here and a 6 energy. You may have like waking dreams about things, so daydreaming about things, definitely pay attention to that. If you might start dreaming way back here, right, and waking up with this amazing feeling going, wow, what was that? Pay attention to your dreams, I would say, all week if that's what's happening. If you're waking up, put a notepad by your bed. Perhaps we're jotting down our dreams. Either way, this is connected to the divine understanding of where it is you're headed, getting very clear about what your dreams are, what your goals are for the future, and connecting with your intuition in order to have that future vision, to see down the path before you're moving down the path, and to tune in to what they're giving you for what I call spirit nuggets, so that you know that you're headed in a direction that feels very aligned and synchronistic for you. So paying attention to your dreams this weekend is going to be important, whether they're the daydreams, allowing yourself to daydream, allowing yourself to open up that brow and these upper chakras, right? Dreaming about it, envisioning it, dreaming without restriction. Don't restrict yourself. Don't let your mind get involved and go, but that's not possible. You can't do that. That's not even realistic. You want to stay away from those kinds of narratives here over the weekend as we enter into, like I said, Virgo season and that new moon. Important to let yourself be open-minded, open throat, open brow, listening and paying attention. Okay, and when we get to Sunday and the crown chakra energy, your crown chakra is located a couple of inches above your crown of your head, vibrates to the color purple, violet, And it is the I know and I understand. So we'll see what happens here, since we're really being led to open up and connect, and perhaps not be hasty about what we're doing, but really being open to what we're envisioning. Ooh, the Two of Cups and the pinky promise in this depiction. Love it. The Two of Cups is reciprocal energy of the heart. It's a coupling of the heart. It's connecting with the heart. To have it here, this is reciprocity energy, doing what you love, communing with people you love, and listening to your heart and giving back. Because we're getting this on, you know, a crown chakra day, you may very well start to understand what it is you love, what your heart desires, where it is that you want to give your loving or unconditional energy to, where you want to give your time to, what it is that's calling you. And I love a pinky promise vibe. A pinky promise with spirit is always a good idea. It's pure like co-creation vibes here with this coupling. So once you know and you have that perspective, it's about committing with your full heart, knowing that it's going to provide you with some sort of payback from the heart. So you're not doing it to get paid back, but you know that it is reciprocal energy. The divine is on your side. Your spirit team is working with you. If you're noting or listening to or working with master teachers of any sort, this is going to be you guys working together in perfect harmony. You get each other, right? You're listening, you're getting the messages, you're affirming and validating that from spirit, from your divine self. You're knowing what's going to work and what doesn't, what feels good here and what doesn't. We're testing the waters here. We understand it here. Let's see what we have. Ooh, emotions. Coming back to the synchronicity energy on Tuesday with the sacral chakra. So yeah, and to have the emotion card with a Two of Emotions, Two of Cups, Two of Water, this is all emotions. This is good energy. This feels very much in alignment. You're probably going to be feeling really good if you've allowed yourself to dream without restriction and you're open and listening and asking for those prompts. Show me, lead me, help me understand what feels good to me. By the time we get to Sunday, you're going to be up in your feels about what feels in alignment, what you want to give your heart and your energy to, which is absolutely lovely. That's like pure good feeling co-creation mode for Sunday. Wow, absolutely love this energy. Love our vibes for the week. Definitely be open to spirit. Make sure that you are bridging that gap so that you can be open to what your intuition and your truth is telling you and those visions that you have for the future, because the Virgo energy is really going to want you to set that up. If you want to know which chakra is speaking loudest for you personally this week, you're going to want to click into the chakra pick a card reading video and choose your card combo to reveal your chakra and your guidance for that particular chakra for the week. And for the bigger astrological picture, my Astro Guidance playlist covers this week's major aspects as we move into Virgo season, as I've mentioned. And of course, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss next week's video guidance and chakra guidance. This one's a little late this week. I'm going to do better to get them to you before the week begins. I hope that this serves you, and thank you so much for watching.